Hello everyone, welcome to my tarot channel, Vageesha on her fourth journey. I'm Vageesha and I'll be reading for you today. The topic for today's reading is Fated Life versus Destiny Life. This spread is from the Starseed Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell. This one. And my intention today is to channel messages from the starseed origins of your soul. And the fated life basically is the life that you're born into, or the mold of society that you're trying to fit in. And the destiny life is the call of your soul, like what you're longing towards, what your soul is asking for. Now, the reason I picked this reading, okay, in the current times with our rapidly crumbling systems, it is very obvious that whatever these molds are that society has created, they are not really helping, I believe that there is a seed of what we are meant to do inside our soul, and if we listen to that, then we'll be serving the greater good of humanity. But I mean, not just humans, because like that's too basic. Humans are like the problem, but for the highest good of all, I think, for the betterment of this reality, of this timeline basically. The first question is going to be, what is your fated life? What is the call of the ego? What mold you're trying to fit in? You can consider this like kind of like an energy check in terms of if this card is resonating, if this sounds like where you are in life right now, then this could be your pile. Then the second question is the destiny life. This is the call of the soul, and actually this also can be considered as an energy check based on if it is resonating inside somewhere and you can feel it, that oh yeah, this is something that I've wanted to do. So that these first two cards will probably tell you if you've picked the correct pile. And then the third card that we're going to pick out is going to answer the question of what is the bridge between this fated life and this destiny life. Like, how do you get from where you are to where you want to be? What is the challenge, the leap? What action are you being called to make? That is going to be the third card. Then I'm also going to use my Sacred Creators Oracle deck, because this also is, we are talking about the sacred creator power of your soul, and I really like this deck for those answers. It has really nice clear pictures and clear phrases, and so we're going to pull some of those, and maybe we'll pull some tarot cards as well for clarity. Or I mean, so for each pile I'll see where the energy is going, and we'll use the tarot card to ask some questions towards the end, specific to what the topic is for your pile. So that's about it. Now let's pick the cards for your piles. I'm going to shuffle my crystals deck, and we're going to pick from three. You are going to pick from three piles today. You can watch one, you can watch two, you can watch all. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this away, put this here. Okay, Spirit, please give us one card for pile one. What card is going to represent pile one? Okay, too many. But wait, I see this. I want this. We have Tektite. This is for pile 1. This is for pile 2 actually. Ruby. I'll also read this card if you guys have seen it. They have this little thing on the card description which is like, who is it for? So I'll read this for you. And you can see if that resonates. Finally, please give us one card for pile 3, Spirit. One card for pile 3. Nice. This is Rhodonite. This is for pile 3. Okay. Now, pile 1. This Tektite card. Who is it for? Who needs it? Who needs it? That's what it is. I hail from a star in Orion's belt, people. Those currently overburdened by resentments. Definitely, if you're feeling called to the starseed part of this reading, this is probably your pile. Yeah. If your star, maybe your star family is from the Orion's belt. Maybe. Okay, now pile 2. Who needs it? Anyone with something worth fighting for, and any Aries. Interesting. That's a pretty clear message. If you're an Aries, you might resonate with this one. I'm saying might because please choose based on you, not what some card says. Okay? So yeah. Then the third one is Rhodonite. Who needs it? Potential wasters. Those deeply sighing, I hate my job types, and Sagittarians. Okay, potential wasters. Oh, I can relate. It's okay. It's fine. You know, divine timing. It's okay. It's fine. But yeah, Sagittarians. So maybe if you resonate with that, then this is your pile. Yes. So please pick which pile, which card resonates with you. You'll find timestamps down in the description box, and I will see you in your reading. Hello friends, so this is the part of the video where I yap about something that I've been thinking about recently. That is probably not related to the readings. It could be related to the readings also, but just something I've been meaning to talk about, thinking about, and I feel like it could be something that might resonate with someone. I mean, we're all on the same journey, you know, at the end of the day, so something will resonate with someone. But anyway, basically what I wanted to talk about today was this topic of divine timing, or rather like timing or right time, you know. Like I've been thinking about it in terms of, are we really capable of being the judge of what is right time in, you know, like, say for example, you wanted something in your life, like I completely blank whenever I have to come up with examples, but okay. Say for example, okay. If you wanted something in your life for a very long time, and in your head you've built it up so much, you're like, oh, this thing is going to come into my life, and then I'm going to be, you know, happy and satisfied, and I'm going to have all of these things, and it's just going to be, everything is just going to fall into place. Like, you ask for one thing, but then in your head you also build the whole picture around it, right? Which I think, I mean, in terms of manifestation as well, we have to remember that there is detachment, right? You've asked for the one thing, or even multiple things. You've asked for something, Now you don't sit and micromanage what the final picture that the universe is creating is going to look like, right? You're still attached then. And that is your ego kind of coming in the way, being like, oh, I know what is better. I'm still going to make sure that I keep myself safe. Because what else is the ego, right? It's just there to keep us safe. So your ego wants to like step into the thing and be like, no. Yes, I want this thing. Fine, the universe is going to get it, but I know how the universe is going to get it. I know what it is going to look like. So let me just like, keep thinking about it or keep trying to control it. And that is, then like even if you get that thing in your life, it comes and you don't feel prepared because you and your super planner ego had decided that you were going to have more things in place before this thing happened. Yes, you wanted this thing to happen, but what about the other things that were supposed to happen along with this thing? Like, how are you going to just manage everything now? Like, this is not what the final product was supposed to look like. No, yes, I'm happy with this thing, but no, not like this, Then, I don't know, like you're just ruining what the universe was creating for you, which is in a higher wisdom, like you think you know everything and you think how to get from point A to point B, but even while saying point A to point B, this higher wisdom, higher consciousness, collective consciousness, universe, spirit, God, almighty, whatever you want to call it, in the time that you say A to B, they have thought of, or not think, do they even think? Are they? What? Wait, no. Between, like, even while you're just, even in the time when you're just saying A to B, that higher wisdom has already thought of, like, 10 million to the power of 10 million ways of getting from A to B. We think that we can, like, that's again the illusion of this reality that we're in, that we're like, oh yeah, school, and then we go to college, we get a degree, then we get a job, we get married, we have kids, and repeat, rinse and repeat. That's not what it is. That is just what we've been shown. And just because we haven't been shown another way doesn't mean that it's not possible. And just because we can't think of another way doesn't mean it's not possible. There's literally like a billion things in this world that are happening without you even being able to think about it, right? So yeah. That and divine timing. Yes, I was thinking about divine timing as well. Like, what is divine timing? It's not a point in time set or like a calendar date, an event marked on the Google calendar by the divine. But it's more like how time is not real, really. It's not. It's a product of certain things that has happened that leads to another thing. So when it comes to divine timing, it is mainly about where you are in your life to be able to receive this thing. Have you created this space in your life, in your world, to hold this thing that you asked for? Only then the time is right? Only when you can get the benefits and get to experience that thing in its fullness, that is the correct time, right? So don't try to logic away the magic that you have called into your life just because your ego is trying to tell you that, oh no, it's not the right time. Come on. What even is right and wrong? This is the time. Time is now. It's here. Face it. Embrace it. Just deal with it, man. You asked for it. It's here. Be happy. Okay. I think. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to add. Now we can get on with the readings. I really think that this is kind of related to the topic in general, but let's see where we go in each pile. And yeah, thank you for listening to me. If you did, and I'll see you in your reading. Bye. Hi pile 1, welcome to your reading. If you picked the Tektite crystal card, then this is your reading. I will read about the card as well after we pick the first couple of cards for your reading. Okay. Spirit, we would like to know for pile 1, what is their fated life? What is the mold that they're trying to fit into? What is the role that society is trying to make them play? What is their fated life? Please, pile for pile. Okay, for pile 1. Ooh. Wow, okay. This is the card. Breath of the Cosmos. Beautiful card, if I may say so myself. Okay, this is your fatal life. We'll talk about the cards once I've pulled all of them. Okay, Spirit, now please tell us about pile 1's destiny life. What does pile 1's destiny life? Please give us a different size. Yeah, okay. The Cosmic Heart. Devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. Wow. Okay, Spirit, now please tell us what will be the bridge between this fated life to the destiny life. What is the action that pile 1's soul is asking them to take, so that they can bridge this gap between their fated life and their destiny life. Spirit. Okay, 2 cards have come up. Okay. These are the cards. The Void is one of my most favorite cards in this deck work, actually. Stop, embrace winter, great cosmic wound. And then the Starkeeper. Cosmic Ancestor, seed the light by staying grounded. Okay. So, immediately what I'm getting as I look at these cards first and foremost is definitely a need to trust. You're not trusting the dreams, you're not trusting the universe actually. And most importantly, you're not having faith in yourself. Like, what I'm getting, the sense that I'm getting, like this one, Breath of the Cosmos. Also something about anxiety, maybe, like you're getting anxious. I immediately heard having difficulty breathing. I'm sorry if you're dealing with that, like, it can be tough. Please seek the help that you might need. Please, please, please just speak up about it. Okay. Anyway, getting back to the cards. So in the fated life, that is what I am seeing. You are trying really hard to like put everything together. Like you want to see the steps, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 1 to 10. You want to see all the steps clearly, and only then you're going to trust that this path is fine. It's going to get you what you want. It's going to be worth your time. And you're like, this is the energy that you're in right now. Okay. Whereas the energy that you're meant to be in, the energy that your soul is asking for, is craving for, is the energy of trust. The energy of like really tuning into your heart, and like how it says, make your life a moving prayer. You know, like everything that you do, be present in it, in that moment. The path that, like, nothing genuinely nothing can stray you from the path you're walking. The path you walk is the path you were meant to walk. The choices you make are the choices you were meant to make. So if you're not in the moment and if you're not experiencing it, then you're missing out on the path that has already been laid out for you, that you and the universe have co-created and kind of decided roughly that, oh, this is the path I'm going to take in this lifetime, these are the experiences I'm going to have. But if you're taking yourself out of those experiences, then what is the point, right? Now, in terms of the bridge between these two energies, this card, the Void, and then the Star Keeper, okay, you have to go to maybe if you want to go to a secret place of worship. I was going to say temple, but it's not like there's no religion really attached to it. Whatever place feels sacred to you, go to that place. And a temple can be like in any religion also, right? It's not a specific this thing, but basically a sacred place, like whatever means temple or sacred place to you. Something about going there and like meditating maybe, or even if you can't physically go to that place, in your mind try to go to that place and try to seed the light by staying grounded. It's saying seed the light by staying grounded, like bringing yourself into that moment is going to help. Like, okay, if you are planning, like in your life, whatever you're creating, right, in the timeline, that action, those actions that you take, the thoughts, all of those are seeds, right? They're going to eventually grow as the timeline moves on. It's going to grow, right? But if you are not, like if you're just neglectfully like all over the place and you're just like scattering seeds around instead of sitting there, spending time with it, being intentional about it, speaking words of affirmation to the seed before you send it into the ground, and nicely pack it up, pour some love into it, put water, put your energy into, like, in that moment. If you're not doing, like if you're not starting the seeding with intentionality and with love, then that's the energy that is going to carry forward. I'm not saying that you can't later on put love into the seed, but being present in the moment while that seeding is happening, instead of being anxiously thinking about, okay, I've planted the seed, okay, next, what do I have to do? Okay, nutrients, maybe, yeah, okay, let me put something, fertilizer, I don't know, is the soil fine, is it not fine? Instead of all of that, like, just shut your thoughts, start humming, okay, and just focus on the seed. You're doing what you were supposed to do. You have everything you needed to have. All the tools for planting that seed are in your hand. And this is your opportunity. Stay in the present. Stay in the moment while you're creating this. Okay? Now, for the Void, which is another card that came as the bridge. These two cards popped out basically, Star Keeper and the Void. The Void is basically a card of limitless potentiality, right? It's the nothingness from which everything can be born. When we are, like, what this would tell me is to bring like structure to your idea, the destiny life. Like, there is anxiety often, like, it lingers in spaces that have a lack of structure, right? Because it's like kind of all over the place. You feel out of control. You feel like you don't have a handle on things, right? And the Void can sometimes feel like that because it's like absolute emptiness. It's everything. It's nothing and everything, right? So it can feel like, there's everything, and the limitless potentiality can sometimes feel overwhelming. So bringing a structure to it, like writing down your ideas, putting your plan on paper, or even if not putting your plan on paper, putting your thoughts on paper, bringing structure to that Void, bringing a container into that space that you can then start creating in. That is going to be helpful as the bridge for this energy. Okay, I'll read about this crystal now, and then I'll show you your cards, and we'll pull from the Sacred Creators Oracle deck. Okay, so Tektite. What it is. Tektite describes any natural glass formed as the result of meteor impacts with our blue planet. Modern science deems the stones terrestrial in composition, that is, of this earth. But believers in ancient astronauts have other theories. Ancient astronauts, wow. Who needs it? I hail from a star in Orion's belt, people. Those currently overburdened by resentments. Where to put it? On your UFO landing pad or beside your meditation cushion. When to use it? When gravity feels extra heavy and it's time to initiate launch sequence and blast off. When you're bored with Earth life and want to expand your intergalactic horizons, raise your vibration. Raise your vibration. Pile 1. Your vibration is feeling low. I feel called to 222, by the way. I had seen that number earlier while I was preparing for your pile, and I wanted to share it, but I almost forgot. But now I remember. 222, if that means anything to you. And I also feel called to share this thing that I was talking to my friend about. I was doing a reading for her, and we were talking about, again, like anxiety and worrying about things. And now there's this one phrase I absolutely love, okay, that Newt Scamander from Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, he said, worrying only makes you suffer twice. Right? If something is meant to happen, it will happen. You can stress about it then. How is stressing about it now going to stop it from happening? Okay, fine, you may believe that, I'll think it through and I'll have I'll think everything through, and then I'll have contingency plans in place for every possibility, and still something will come out of left field and throw you off balance. The only thing that's going to keep you in balance is the belief that you have all the tools that you need to handle anything that comes your way. The reason it has come your way is because at this point in your quest on your journey, this is the adventure you were meant to go on. This is the thing that is going to help you grow. That's the reason it came into your life, right? And now when we talk about worrying, and like the emotions are energy, right? So if you're worrying about something, that anxiety, that fear, the anger, the guilt, embarrassment, whatever, shame, all those are like low vibrational frequencies. And actually you can look it up. There's a chart for emotions and their frequencies. Okay. But if you replace that, like if you're worrying about something and bringing your energy down, and you're using your thought process, might as well use that thought process for positive things, huh? Do the gratitude practice. Look around and look at what all you're thankful for. Raise your vibration. In that moment when you have the opportunity to either lower your vibration or raise your vibration based on the emotions that you are feeling in your body, which are led by the thoughts in your mind, which are controlled by you, change those thoughts. Bring up the vibration. Stay positive. Yeah. And see, these two cards are so similar. The Void and the Tektite. Yeah, nice. Okay, I'll show you your cards now. Okay, Pawan. Now let's pull some cards from the Sacred Creators Oracle deck for some extra guidance from your Sacred Creator Soul, right? Okay. Spirit, please give us your concise messages, guidance for pile 1. Your concise messages and guidance. Okay, I think this is enough for now. Let's go. We have Creator Air. Yes. Air, thoughts, anxiety. What does your soul say? Look at the color synchronicity. Okay, beautiful. You are magic. Okay, I love this. Then we have the spark of hustle. We have cut the cords of doubt. We have what's your honest truth, and find your sacred flow. Yes, Padawan, this is like pretty obvious, don't you think? Pretty obvious if you were to ask me. Okay, you're not believing in yourself. Cut the cords of doubt. What are these doubts about? Why are you... Okay, who am I to say why are you doubting yourself? Oh my god, I doubt myself. We all doubt ourselves. It's fine. It is a totally valid response to, living in a disconnected, disjointed society that wants to make us believe that we are not all the beautiful things that we are. But you are, okay? You are all the beautiful things. You are magic. You are legitimately magic, okay? Maybe you're like being called to do something with your hands. That could be a message that's coming through. If so, this is a sign to go for it. The spark of hustle, and find your sacred flow. These two orangey cards are telling me that once you start, things will start on its own. Like it's about like think of how a river flows, right? When the river first starts flowing, it's not, yes, all rivers eventually go to the ocean, and all of us are eventually going into oneness, but the path that the river takes is not a pre-decided, okay, yeah, I'm going to take a straight and then a right from that goal chakkar, a left from that goal. Like, that's not how rivers work, right? They go and then they find, like, there's a rock, okay, so we take a left, okay, there's something here, the inclination is downward, so that the path forms as the path forms, but the river has to start flowing first for it to reach the ocean, for it to reach anywhere, right? This is what I'm getting here. Like, you first start believing in yourself. First of all, pile one, why are you not believing in yourself? I need you to start believing in yourself. I need you to get in touch with your soul. I need you to sit with it. I need you to ask it what it wants to be. And I need you to get out of the way. I need you to get out of the way of your soul and its expression of everything that it's trying to create. Okay? This creator air card is also like, it's one of the 4 creator cards in this whole deck. There's one for each element. And this card, the air card, again, it's indicating how you are kind of in your thoughts about things right now. And there is a need for you to put those, like, give direction to those thoughts, okay? Make use of the direction of those thoughts. I don't know why I'm thinking of a windmill and how wind is basically like, it's untethered, it just flows. But we humans, we make use of it by creating something in its way. Like, we don't try to change the wind, we become a part of its path, and then we make use of it, we channel it. So instead of being overwhelmed by the frequency of your thoughts, some of us, we have a lot of air energy. I'm a Gemini stellium, bro. It's a lot of thinking. It is a lot of thinking. But is thinking wrong? Is the thinking the problem? If you were not meant to think so much, you wouldn't have the thoughts that you have, right? But the thinking is not the problem. Harnessing the thoughts is the problem. Being able to channel them in a way that they serve you and the highest good of all, that is what is required here. Okay? Also, this card, what's your honest truth? I think it's possible, it is possible that you, I mean, a lot of us have, that you get influenced by other people, sharing their plans for their life with you. They're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna have my startup, and then we're going to do that, and then this, that, and the other thing. And it's possible that you get influenced by it. It is very easy to get influenced by a well laid out and organized plan. Our brain loves structure. And it's interesting that I'm saying it like that, because that is, I think, the major requirement for you. We'll ask the tarot cards about this, like how are you meant to, what is the next step for you in terms of how to channel all of this energy. But I'm already getting that, journaling, sorting out your brain space, your thought process, and like observing it. Don't try to like get nitty gritty about things. Don't try to micromanage your thoughts. Don't try to control your thoughts. Sit back and observe. First, you have to observe the direction in which the wind is flowing. Only then you can construct an appropriate windmill to harness the appropriate energy to take it to your, village and light up all your lamps and all. Like this, it's a long process, but it's a worthwhile process. Like, what even is time, right? Would you rather, you could be thinking about something and being like, oh, I wish I had started that 5 years ago. Do you want to still be thinking that in 5 years and being like, oh, I wish I had started that 10 years ago? No, right? So just start. Time is now. You just focus on where your soul is asking for you to go. Okay, now let's pull some tarot cards. I want to ask specifically, bottom of the deck, 7 of Cups. Yep, you have all of these like different wishes and dreams that are in the air, and you are just lost in the ideas of them. Like, they all look beautiful in your head. The possibilities are gorgeous. The potentiality of each of them is beautiful, but they're still in the air. They're not in your hands yet. Okay. Cards. We would like to know. Okay, what question do I have? What question do I have for pile 1? I don't know. Okay. Maybe you ask the question. I'll give you some time. You can pause the video. Ask a question, any question, and I'll try to interpret the card and see if it fits your question. I feel like I've asked enough questions already, so not sure if I know another question to ask, but maybe you do. Okay, Spirit, pile 1 has a question for you now. Please, can you give us a clear, concise answer to pile 1's question, please? Thank you. The Hierophant. Oh, nice. Maybe the religious thing is coming back, man. I think, yeah, look how similar these cards are. I mean, you can see how the energies are there, right? Yeah, that's immediately what I got. Yeah, and the answer that you're looking for is with a spiritual guide or a guru. Yes, some guidance from someone that you look up to in a religious setting, a sacred, traditionally religious setting, maybe. Yeah. Or maybe for you to look into these things and like for you to embody the Hierophant inside you and connecting with that energy. Okay. And now finally, no, actually, I think that was it, right? Yeah. Okay. Pile 1, that was your reading. Thank you for letting me read for you. I'm really grateful for spending this time with you. I can completely relate to where you're at. about feeling anxious, about feeling like your thoughts are driving you insane a little bit, maybe. Please know that it will all get better very soon, and I love you, and thank you again for letting me read for you. Take care. Bye. Hi Pile 2, if you picked this card, Ruby, then this is going to be your reading regarding what is your fated life versus your destiny life, and how can you get from one to the next. And now, before we even start, I should tell you that this is the second time I'm doing your whole reading again, because there were way too many technical difficulties with the first one, and I kept trying to like record it again, like kind of like started from where I had left off, but then I don't know, I felt like I had to redo the whole thing. So here we are, Pile 2, a retake, and I think there's a message there for you as well about being okay with like doing it again. I was thinking of something else actually, but yeah, if it doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel right, you know, and it's okay to honor that. Yeah, okay. So, Spirit, please tell us for Pile 2. I haven't asked the question yet, so that doesn't count. Okay. Okay, Spirit, please tell us for Pile 2, what is their fated life? What does their fated life look like right now? Trust the timing, trust the wave you came in on, time is not running out. Okay, interesting. Okay. Now for the destiny life, Spirit, what is a card that would represent Pile 2's destiny life? What is their soul calling out for? Inner Earth. You will survive this. New solutions and beginnings. Okay. Spirit, what is the bridge? What is the challenge or actionable step that Pile needs to take to get from their fated life to their destiny life, please? Can you give us? Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Defenselessness, righting past wrongs, uprooting. This is the bridge. Wow. Okay. Okay, Pile 2. So what I'm seeing here for you is that there is you are wanting to start over. Okay, I feel like you have made certain choices that have gotten you to this place in life, and it doesn't really look like what you were hoping it would look like. Like, do you see the difference between these two images? This is a beach and there are trees and like islands and whatever, but it's so desolate, versus this beach, but like look at the trees, look at the water. There's so much more life in this. So it's like this one feels like it's there but not quite. Okay, this is not exactly what you were hoping for. Also, this could also be related to like what you thought your love life would look like. I'm getting the message that this is about you and another person maybe, and you made certain choices and you got, I'm hearing divorce, like maybe you feel like you want to go your separate ways now and you're feeling very guilty about it, because like there's so much that you've already put into it, and what about all the time that you've invested already? But and yeah, exactly, like trust the timing, like it's trust the wave that you came in on. It's okay that you like made these choices, and time is never wasted until and unless you don't learn the lessons. Then you're just repeating the cycle. The person who came into your life, they were meant to teach you some things. If you've learned those things, which you probably have, because that is why your soul is yearning for something else. Yeah, it's literally saying new solutions and beginnings. You'll survive this. You will survive this. It's saying you'll survive this. Like, this is. Yeah, there is anxiety and, of course, fear around like the what might happen, the fear of the unknown and everything. But there, you need to understand that to prolong something beyond its time is much worse than, you know, ending it painfully and hurting the other person's feelings. Like, forcing yourself to be in a place where you are not, where your soul is not fulfilled, where you are not satisfied, where you're not happy, that is definitely not, like, that's not going to bring out the best version of you. And if the best version of you is not coming out, then you are not really like in a place to give from a place of fullness, you know. Only when you are being quote unquote authentic, only then will your purest vibration of love, you know, be able to come out of you. So if you're not, like, you're only bringing harm to the other person, you know, like, and this could be about something else as well. This could be a friendship, this could be a business deal, this could be, mostly I'm feeling like this is some relationship, you and another person maybe. It could also be a career path that you've chosen. Take it as it resonates, you know. But yeah, the bridge here, what is the next step that you're meant to take? Like, do you see this? Do you see the amount of vulnerability between the two people? Okay. And if you notice, like, there's these faces in the roots as well. And there's also the message of, like, even if in the 3D you are like saying you are going your separate ways, in the 5D we're all connected, right? We're all connected. So there is a need to be vulnerable. There is a need to think of what is for the highest good of all. And yeah, like, defenselessness. Really put down your defenses. Yeah, it's not about feeling defenseless. Like, what is the need for you? What are you defending from? It is the ego that wants to protect, right? So it's the ego that wants to defend. But at the root of it all, it's all love. So we don't really have to think about protecting ourselves from anybody really, because nobody's really out there trying to get us. That defenselessness that you're feeling, the lack of security I'm hearing, it's mostly like, it's it's wounds, it's childhood wounds, it's past wounds, it's things that you haven't healed from the past that are still like making you feel like your power is outside of you, and that is why this person is important, because they are holding the power. But if you just let go of those wounds, if you heal those wounds, then you'll realize that the power was always within you, that there is no externality to this, there is nobody outside of you is controlling you, or your happiness, or making choices for your life, until and unless you give them that power. So yeah, there is a need to take that power back. Your soul is yearning for that. Yeah, there's like, you've spread out too much outside. This is the inner earth. Your soul is yearning for you to go within and tap into the abundance that is already within you. The abundance of love that you're trying to pour out into someone, the care that you're trying to pour out into something, it's already there. Like, there is no need for you to look for it outside, or yeah, you can pour it inside. There's no need for you to pour it outside. Yeah. Okay, let's look at the rest of your cards from the Sacred Creators deck. Okay. Okay, Spirit, please give us clear, concise messages for Pile regarding their fated journey. Fated life. Fated life and destiny life. Interesting. It is journey. Wow, and look at the first card that showed up. You are living poetry. Yeah. It is journey. And then there is the spark of hustle. Success in transformation. Yep. And we have one step ahead is all you need. Amazing. Okay. Definitely a lot of energy of moving forward, like moving on, charging forward, doing the thing. You've been stuck in this situation for a while. Like, you've been thinking about making this change for a while. Your soul has been yearning for this change for a while. Yeah, you need to romanticize your life. You are living poetry. Pour that energy back into yourself. Understand that there is a spark within you that will catch fire, because the passion is there. Like, this is not something that, this is not a quest that is just like, if it was going to be easy, it would not have been fun. Honestly. But I'll do. Focus on the fun. Okay? I know there's nothing fun about breaking up or ending a friendship, but think of all the good things that are to come after that, right? One step ahead is all you need. Success and transformation. This transformation will be successful. Number 13, that is also the death card. Ending cycles. Yeah. You, through the ending of this chapter, through the letting go of this thing that has been, I'm sorry to say, dragging you down, you are going to transform into the version of yourself that is truly abundant, within and without. That is what is being asked for right now. Pile 2. Okay, and yeah, I have the question immediately like jumped out at me for the tarot deck that I want to ask, and that is, if we can get some clarity on what the situation is that you're meant to be ending. Okay, Spirit, please can you give us some clarity for pile 2? Okay, Spirit, can you please give us some clarity for pile 2 regarding what is this situation that they're supposed to be ending, or that this chapter? Can you give us a clear, concise message on this chapter that is meant to be ending for them? Oof, the Lovers, 5 of Swords in reverse, and the Moon in reverse. Gemini, Pisces. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely a choice. A lot of inner turmoil, a lot of going back and forth about it, a lot of thinking. Really feeling like you're alone in your thoughts about this. I don't know if that brings you any clarity on what this situation might be, but it could be a friendship or a romantic relationship, a platonic or a romantic relationship. I'm not seeing business here. Someone that you maybe like have a difference in thought with, a clash of thoughts maybe, like you feel like you're not on the same page and it's just too much of push and pull at this point of time. I think that's all I have for you. I hope this helped. I had some trouble with your reading. But I did my best and I love you, and I am sending you so much, like I'm sending you a huge hug first of all, okay? Whatever this relationship is that you're ending, just know that you have something better coming. You are always making space for better. Every day, in every way, your life is getting better, okay? My brother used to say that. I think he still says it. I think it's such a beautiful affirmation. That's what you should remember too, okay? Sending you a big hug and so much love. Please take good care of yourself, okay? And I will see you soon. Bye. Hi pile 3, if you picked this card, the Rhodonite crystal, then this is going to be your reading regarding your fated life versus your destiny life and how to go from one to the other. So we're going to pull from the Starseed Oracle deck first. Spirit, let's connect to the energy of pile 3, please. We would like to know for pile 3, Spirit. Ooh. Okay, I was thinking of it. So, go. Okay. Okay. For pile 2, for pile 3. Okay, for pile 3, Spirit, please tell us what is the fated life of pile 3. Looking like, please give us one card. Okay. Wow. What is this? Fall into my arms. Surrender. Holding the opposites, extremes of life. What is this? Is there someone sitting there? I've never seen this card before. I have never seen this card before. Okay. Okay, Spirit, for the destiny life, Please give us one card to represent pile 3's destiny life. What is pile 3's? Star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom. Look a little deeper. You're staying in shallow waters. There is a need for you to go deeper. Okay, Spirit, what is the bridge between pile 3's fated life and their destiny life, please? I remember. Oh, I remember. Soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. That's literally what this card says. Wow. and it is the same water. Like, do you see? This is the fated life card and this is the bridge card. Very interesting. Okay, pile 3. Yeah, first that you're staying in the shallow waters, and I think you should go a little bit deeper. But this is not, and the depth may feel unfamiliar, but you've done this recently, I would say, in a recent past life. Like, you'll be able to tap into this pretty fast. The fact that it says, I remember, as soon as you start going into the depth, you'll realize that it wasn't you sitting inside the pool, it was you pouring into the pool. Like, you are bigger than this pool of water that you think is your whole world. Wow, okay. You are bigger than this pool of water that you think is your whole world, pile 3. You are much bigger than this. There's a phrase in Hindi, kuएं के मेंढक. Okay, कुआं is a well, मेंढक is a frog, and basically it means the frog of the well, the well's frog. Basically, idea is that the meaning behind it is that a frog that is in a well thinks that that is the world, right? But that is not true. That's just its perception because it's inside a well. So, yeah, pile 3. I think this is really clear. I don't think there's anything else to add to this immediately from your first 3 cards, at least. We'll pull more cards from the other decks, of course, but yeah, this is a personal journey. It's so interesting how pile 1 and pile 2 were like, they were all different. One was about work, one was about relationships, now this one is about personal healing, your own personal healing. You might also feel connected to ancient Egyptian gods or goddesses like Ma'at, or why, that is the only one I thought of actually. I can't remember anybody else's name now. But okay. Maybe. Yeah. You are meant to build something magnificent. Like, huge. Larger than life. Literally larger than life. It's like, the pyramids were tombs, right? It was not about the life. It was bigger than that. It was just bigger than that one emperor or whoever person was life, right? It was a legacy. Yeah, you're building a legacy, pile 3. And you really need to understand. Yeah, I want to read about this card, man. Fall into my arms. I'll read it from the book, okay? Just 1 second. Fall into my arms. Okay. The Great Mother ushered you in when you took your first breath. and she'll be there when you draw your last. She knows how challenging life can be, that being human can be lonely and confusing, that the polarity and separation can be excruciating. When your soul remembers the oneness of Source, but at the same time, it can be incredibly glorious and sweet. So often, we see things as either good or bad. When things go well, we make it mean that we are being rewarded, and when things are bad, then perhaps we've done something wrong. However, we're all here to expand and grow, and it's through the extremes of life that we do exactly that. You're being invited to welcome the highs and the lows of the human experience, to let them initiate you more fully into life. The agony and the ecstasy, the beauty and the bitterness. This life is but a single breath in the inextinguishable existence of your experience as a soul. Wow. The Great Mother wants you to hand over your loneliness, worries, hurt, sorrow, fears, burdens, and doubts, to lay them on her altar, to fall fully into her arms, to remember that while these extremes are difficult, they can also be magnificent. The more wildly the pendulum of your life swings, the more truthfully you can say, I've truly lived. Wow, Gayatri. That was. Yeah. Yeah, you're just staying on the surface. You're afraid to go to the other side. You're afraid to like take charge of the whole thing. Like, you're just staying on the surface level, which feels in the controlled set of polarities. You are not venturing into the other side of, like, you're staying in the light, but you are not understanding that the thing that makes you appreciate the light is the dark. The thing that makes you appreciate the dark is the light. They go hand in hand. There is a need to go deeper and to understand that these two especially on Earth, on this planet, in this timeline, the main thing that we're all moving towards is that balance from duality to oneness. But if you are not looking at the other side of things, or if you're not looking at the other extreme, then that oneness is not coming. It's still into separate places. It's polarized. It's not coming together. It's not taking you forward. Yeah. Okay, I will read also about your crystal. So, Rhodonite. What it is? With a palette of deep pink and black, Rhodonite gets its name from the Greek word for rosy. Who needs it? Potential wasters, those deeply sighing, I hate my job types, and Sagittarians. Where to put it? Against your open heart, begging the universe to tell you WTF you should be doing with your life. Yeah, heart opening. When to use it? When that cubicle life has got you down. When it's time to drop the people-pleasing facade and start doing something that really lights you up. When you're ready to use your real, unique powers to actually make this rapidly spinning planet a more beautiful place. Go with your heart. Wow, Fire 3. That definitely. And okay, let me show you your cards and then I will tell you what I was saying just now. Okay. So, do you see how the colors of the cave here are the same colors as this girl? And I was also feeling like this is similar here. And then these pyramids are the same color. Yeah. I feel like when the color synchronizations come, that's when the message is really singing together. Okay. Now we'll pick from the Sacred Creators deck for pile 3. Papaya Spirit. Please give us clear, concise messages regarding this journey that Papaya is on. What is some guidance from you about this? Fated life versus, yeah, overrate your intuition. You are definitely a very, and again with the colors, you are a very spiritual, like old, ancient soul. You've worked with gods and goddesses closely in your past. I heard high priestess of a temple, or high priest, or I don't know, shaman, or even a whatever terms. Just fill in the blank. Something that is like a place of power in a temple. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Cozy up with risk. Cozy up with risk. Okay. File 3. Spirit. File 3. Okay, too many cards have gone out, but we'll see all of them. Bliss is worth creating from. Raw intention. Changes. Accept and receive. Okay. Pile 3. Interesting. Very interesting messages. If you are trying to look for a reason as to why you should make any changes, and your life is going well and everything is comfortable, at least on the surface it looks great, but the reason why you need to change is because the bliss is missing. Your heart is missing here. You don't have you haven't put your heart into this situation. The one reason why we should do anything is because we want to do it. People underestimate the power of desire, but really that is the only thing in this life, during this existence, that is going to be any sort of guiding light for you. Rest of the other things are all society and externalities and family and etc. Parents telling you how to live, how not to live. The only thing that comes from within your desires are the language that your soul uses to speak with you. Your desires are aligned to the destiny path that you're meant to walk, the destiny that you're meant to reach. Okay. So if your heart is not singing in the situation, then that is not the situation for you, and that is enough. That is enough of a reason to want to make changes. Just your raw intention matters. You don't really have to have things figured out. You don't have to cozy up with risk. You don't have to have the plan laid out. Your gut is telling you to do it. Do it. Make the changes, and also ask for help. Like there's a circle around you. There is a circle of people around you who want to support you, who want you to embody your, I keep saying, your most authentic expression. I think that is what it is. Yeah. These are people who want you to be, in a space of bliss, where your heart is singing, where you're tapped into your intuition, where, you are in charge of the waters, of the creation. That is the energy that this circle wants you to be in. And you should ask for help. Accept the help. Ask for the help, accept it, and then receive it with love. Don't carry. This actually came up for pile 2 also a little bit. Like, you can't. First of all, you cannot pour from an empty cup. Second of all, it cannot be transactional. If you are giving, only give when you can. Don't give out of obligation. Don't give out of a sense of, oh, it's gonna come back to me, or it must come back, otherwise I'll be in a deficit. Definitely do not give if you'll be in a deficit after the giving. Okay, that's not a good place to start it from. And also, you cannot give and think of it like, oh, I gave 60%, whatever it is, so I must get back at least 60%. What, like, this is not a measurable, a quantifiable thing, right? What you give depends on your capacity. It's an entirely personal and very subjective thing. What the other person is able to give is also according to their capacity. It might be the 100% that they are capable of that day, which might for you look like only 20%. But that doesn't mean that they didn't do their best, right? So remove the idea of it having to be an equal give and take, or if you are taking help from someone, then you have to give it back to them. Like, in your case, what the situation is more in terms of, you are not accepting the help because you're feeling guilty about not being able to reciprocate later on. But pile 3, especially if these are people who really just want what's best for you, and you can feel it. It's not them saying it. It's not them saying that they want best for you. You feel that they want what's best for you. Especially if it is these people who are trying to help you out, let them. Let them. You are a very kind, a very thoughtful, and a genuinely good soul. Okay? If someone has done something for you, they are not, it's not even that, oh, you will make sure to do it for them also. It doesn't matter. You've done so much for so many people. Did you do it with the intention of them returning it to you one day? No, right? So when these people who love you, who care for you, when they are doing things for you, trust that they are also doing it with the purest intention of just wanting what's best for you, just wanting you to thrive and not survive, just wanting you to be happy. And you being that happy, cheerful, authentic, bubbly self is what is going to bring stability to the whole circle dynamic, group dynamic, whatever this is. This could also just be one person. Doesn't have to be, excuse me, oh, yawning. Doesn't have to be a whole group. But yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing here for now. Let's see if there's, what question do I want to ask? Is there a question for pile 3, Spirit? What question does pile 3 have? I want to ask for pile 3, what is the next step, and what is the next step that they should take? And because this is such a personal internal journey, what is the sign that they can be looking out for to know that they're walking the right path? That's the second question. So first question is, what is the next small baby step that they can take? For pile 3, Spirit, please tell us on this journey, what is the next small baby step that they can take? For pile 3, Spirit. Okay. Knight of Pentacles, oh, very interesting. Be patient, pile 3. 3. Be patient. Be patient. Okay. Next baby step, and then the other question was, what is a sign that will tell pile 3 that they are on the right path? Spirit, what is a sign that pile 3 will see that will tell them that they are on the right path? Okay, 222. Maybe 222 is a sign for you. You maybe a globe of some sort. You'll see a globe somewhere, the picture of the earth, maybe a map. Okay. And regarding your next step, pile 3, he's not stepping, he's really not stepping. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight out of all 4 knights, but he always gets to his destination, and he always gets to his destination in the most solid state, like with a strong foundation. There's no budging him after that. So I think this, maybe there's a need to liquefy your assets, or like gather your money situation and see where what is and what you need to start pouring. Some join some classes or something, so you need to gather some money for that. Slowly and steadily you need to work on this foundation. Slow and steady, I would say. Don't rush into things. This is, see, you may think that it's going to take you time and oh, you have to start and oh my god, you have to do this and that, but you've done this before. Be patient. The moment you start, you'll remember everything like that, but you have to be, in a good place to start. You have to be in a solid place to start, so that you can take it as far as possible, so that you can really, like, even if it takes you a while to get there, you get there solid, you get there strong, you get there for sure. There's no budging after that. Yeah. And yeah, with the signs, what else can be a sign? 2 of Wands. It's fire energy. Maybe the fire signs, Aries, Sag, Leo. What else is in the 2 of Wands? I don't know. I think, yeah. White flowers. Yeah. Pomegranate. Sorry, I'm yawning so much, man. I'm so sorry, pile 3. Okay. Yeah, 2. There's 2 here. I just saw it, and this is 2, and this is 2, 4, and this is 2. Oh wow. Yeah. 2. Definitely 2 is a sign, and 2, 6 is here. Crazy. 26. Okay. Yeah. Pile 2. No, pile 3. Haha. Pile 3. Thank you for letting me read for you, and I look forward to everything you're going to do. It's gonna take some time, but it's gonna be worth it, and yeah, you've got this. I love you so much. Thank you so much for letting me read for you, and I will see you again soon. Bye.